Oh man, so Bitcoin is starting to gain some traction again, currently fluctuating above and below 37,000 as we're speaking here. As you can see here, critically on the Bitcoin chart, we've managed to form this pattern, which is giving us some hope of starting our recovery. The good news is, first and foremost, we've not fallen back down to 32, right? We managed to curl up before this critical level at 32,500 here on Bitcoin. And then we ran up, okay? We had a good movement back to the upside in the lead up to the Fed meeting. Just as the Fed statement come up, you'll remember we had this candle here where we ran all the way up to 39 before being sent back down when Jerome Powell started speaking and getting the market scared about interest rates. And guys, if you're going to be bored about these conversations around interest rates, I suggest you really start to strap in, because this is going to be the catalyst over the next 60 to 90 days. So you will hear me talking about some of the macroeconomics, because it's really important to understand that in this market, okay? So when he spoke, the price did go down, but fortunately, we managed to get a bounce from our green line here, our horizontal support at 35,860, and we bounced back up again. We got rejected down again and bounced again from that line, but this time critically we managed to create that higher high. Okay, so you can see this was our high there, and we've created that higher high. Now we then with that need the lower low, right? So you need the higher highs and you need the lower lows. So let's just show you that. So you've got your first low here, and we've managed to turn around a little bit sooner, which is great. So now we just need to post a higher high, and we continue our slight uptrend to the upside. So the next level for us here is, as long as we can create a higher high here, that is good. Anything above 37,512 is good. Ideally, we go and test 38,405. Okay, that's our next significant level due to this hump here. We need to get above that and re-establish that line as support. Really important. And then once we get through that, then we can start thinking about higher levels at 40,000, 41,659, etc. Okay, because as you can see, we dumped down really quickly from 43. This was a quick dump down. So equally, we can expect to get there just as quickly, because this is a big gap to the downside. And normally you can then expect quick recoveries to the upside when a price has fallen so quickly in that manner. Okay. Now, I'm going to come on to a few things which we have to be wary of, because there is a scary pattern being formed at the same time. But first and foremost, we can see that the fear and greed index is 24 today. So not as bad as the 12, 13, 14 scores we were seeing. I think the market is starting to digest what is going on. They understand what is going on. They realize, hang on a second, the Fed meeting could have been much worse than it was. Maybe we're overplaying this. We know there are some supply chain issues. We know there's some inflation issues. We know interest rates are going to be hiked in March. But is there too much? Is there that much to be worried about that we should be retracing so far down? Okay, so we can also see, which I want to share with you, is this, which is Bitcoin. So $670 million worth of Bitcoin has left centralized exchanges after hawkish Fed comments, okay? So again, this indicates that long-term holders of Bitcoin are continuing to accumulate and take this off exchanges. The behavior of people who are taking it off exchanges are those that are more likely to hold for the long term, guys. These are the long-term hodlers, the long-term investors. People who are looking to trade and be in and out, they leave theirs on the exchanges more often than not, particularly on centralized exchanges. Okay, so this is a good sign that we're seeing, I believe, almost 18,000 Bitcoin reported by Glassnode worth $670 million left the exchanges on Thursday. That's the highest single day net outflow in a month. Okay, so this is a good sign. These are the things we need to be celebrating and looking at. Now, the other thing I want to discuss was there's a lot of talk around whether we're entering a crypto winter. For a lot of the newbies who haven't seen this, they've heard about this. What is this dreaded crypto winter? Should we be scared about it? What's going on? Well, I thought I'd take a few minutes just to kind of explain what is going on in this crypto winter, and is this what we're experiencing now? Because what people are often referring to when they talk about the crypto winter is in 2018. In 2018, Bitcoin was sitting at about 19,850 at its new all-time high, and then in the next 51 days, it had a blow-off top. You probably heard a lot of YouTubers talking about this. There was a blow-off top. Now, what that means is, a blow-off top is when you have your run-up in price. Okay, assume you run up in price, and then you just fall straight down. And in the next 51 days across crypto, prices fell by over 70% across all crypto in 51 days, okay? That's a true blow off top. Now, what we're getting now is from when we were at 60, when we ran up to 69,000 to create our all-time high recently, in 75 days, it's been a lot longer. It's taken 75 days, and we've only had 52% retracement, not a 70% retracement, okay, across the market cap. So this is really interesting. Now, again, back in 2018, market cap of all coins, all your total market cap, right, which is Bitcoin and all altcoins, fell by 60%, okay, whereas now it's 48%. So this gets you understanding that in order for us to get the same retracement, and the retracement on Bitcoin in 2018 was 84%. To put that into context, 84% retracement now would take you from 69,000 Bitcoin to about $11,000 Bitcoin, okay? So we're a long way off of replicating what we saw in 2018, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're not in a crypto winter. Maybe the forms of these winters are changing. Maybe we'll never get the winter as everybody's expecting, right? Because we didn't get the blow off top. We created an all-time high at 64, 65, and we went and created another high at 69 shortly after. Now, the other important thing to note is people talk about the crypto halvings, right? So we know about these halvings, which happen every time, every 4-year cycles. And the previous one, if you remember, in 2017, there was an all-time high, and 4 years later in 2021, we created our new all-time high, right, of 68,000, I think almost 69, call it 69, 68,990, right? Now, the year preceding that is when you started getting your lows. That's when you got your crypto winter. So in 2018 is when you saw that crypto winter, the blow off top, followed by a long 10 to 12 month crypto winter, with prices retracing all the way down, like I said, 84% on Bitcoin. Now, people are saying, are we going to see the same on Bitcoin? Because 4 years later, okay, is 2022, which is the year we're in now, and it's 1 year after a halving cycle in 2021. That is where a lot of this fear is coming from. So a lot of that fear of what's going on in the market in terms of are we due a crypto winter, alongside seeing a lot of the macroeconomic fears in the market around the Fed, and are we going to, spiral into some sort of a recession due to the interest rate hikes. This is what's leading some of the markets to be spooked. Now, I want to share this with you guys as well. If you head over to this, shout out to at BTC Fuel for this. And you can see here in the past, you had steps 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you had your takeoff, you had your first sell-off, you then had your fake top, followed by your cycle top, okay? And you can see it's a blow-off top, straight down, big retracements all the way down. Again, take off, you then have your first sell-off, fine, fake top, and then you have your cycle top followed by a blow-off. Now, again, what we're seeing here this time is we're getting prolonged cycles, okay? This is what a lot of people are talking about. We're getting these really elongated cycles. Look how narrow these rectangles are, which is suggesting they're happening very quickly. In 2011, it happened very quickly. Look at the 2012 cycle, 2012 through to 2014, a bit longer, okay? This cycle, even longer. And now look now. Phase 1 took a whole year. Phase 2 is another year and a half. Okay, so these cycles are really becoming elongated, which is making a lot of people start to think, hang on a second, will we actually see a crypto winter? Will we have this same behavior of all-time high, blow off top crypto winter? Because that didn't happen, right? We created an all-time high and we've been retracing slowly, which some people may be defining as a crypto winter, but it could just be a normal retracement, because at this point, 48, 50% down could just be the normal definition of a healthy retracement in the volatile space that is crypto. Okay, so definitely something for us to take into consideration. The other thing worth noting is in the market we're in today, we're in a far more sophisticated market with far more adoption than we were in the previous cycles. In the previous cycles, things were far less immature. Right now, you've got El Salvador adopting, you've got large companies with Bitcoin on their balance sheets. There's far more gateways and onboarding to buying crypto. A lot more companies are integrated with crypto. The market and the landscape is very different, which is another reason why perhaps we will not see this crypto winter the way we've seen it in the past. So a lot of things to think about. I guess ultimately the question is, do we think we're going to see $11,000 Bitcoin which would then account for an 84% tracement, which is what we've seen in previous cycles? That's the question we'd have to be asking ourselves. But right now, what I can say is the pattern we have to be worried about. I mentioned we've got a higher lows and higher highs, which is very good in the short term, but you have to observe from the daily chart here that this is indeed a bear flag. Okay, so we have to be conscious of this. Let me just clear this drawing here. What you are forming here is a little bit of a bear flag, which is where you have your downward move. You get a little bit of a consolidation before continuation pattern takes you further low down to 32,614. So definitely something for us to keep an eye on. If we break out from this kind of the flag pattern here, then we can see further downside risk from the continuation pattern. Okay, a bear flag is a bearish continuation pattern to the downside, which suggests you'll continue to head lower down to 32,614. So those are two patterns I'm looking out for. Can we reverse and get above 38,405? If we can, that's really good news, because we'll invalidate this bear flag and we can start heading higher and rebuilding our scaffolding. A lot of work to dig us out of this trench on Bitcoin. This is a sustained downward trend here. It's not going to be easy to build our way up. We need to do so, build support at each of these support lines, and really start to build ourselves back in. But the one good thing we know about Bitcoin is when things do start to move, a couple of green days can really quickly take away a lot of the apprehension and the nerves around the market, and you really do start to see money flow in, because what happens is not only do shorts start to offload, but you also get a whole bunch of people who think, oh, that's the bottom. So the people who are waiting on the sidelines when their cash start to pile back in, the leverage starts to come back in, which I don't like, and then you can start your movement to the upside. The problem with the leverage is if the leverage comes too quickly on your rotation back to the upside, then all it takes is again for a whale to dump and you trigger a bunch of liquidations back down to the downside. So really important that we build sustainably. One of the reasons I hate leverage and the leverage traders, they're really holding down the long-term growth of this crypto market, because anytime you want to sustain and move to the upside, it's so easy for the bears to trigger a bunch of leverage longs to manipulate the price back down. So this is what makes, simple things of building this price up over the short term take far, far longer, simply because we have to navigate this with people who have a really short-term mindset, trading on high leverage very responsibly. That makes it difficult for the market, but something we've navigated up to now on Bitcoin, and no doubt will continue to navigate going forward. So there you have it, guys. There is your update on Bitcoin and the state of the affairs of the market. Yes, the Fed Chairman Jerome Powell came out hawkish. Yes, that's going to lead to probably 60 days of difficulty here in Bitcoin, but this is where you really start to earn your money. This is where you need to build conviction. This is where you need to do research. This is where, the heavy institutions and the people who are loading the boat, who will come out in the crypto summer, will be saying, oh, we were buying in this period, and you'll be like, I wish I did, right? That's the reality of it. That's why you need to build conviction. The reality is, if you're not buying now in these crazy red markets, the question then begs, when do you buy? Are you waiting for a perfect bottom at 29? Are you waiting for prices lower? Are you waiting for that $11,000 mark? I'd love to hear that in the comments of what you're waiting for in terms of more downside, and where would you enter if you're not DCAing now. Not financial advice, but it's definitely what I'm doing is DCAing on any dips I'm seeing right now, because I know from previous experience when I held all my coins from 29 and ran it all the way up to 69, I wish I'd bought more, right? Even though I bought as much as I could, I continue to wish I bought more. So definitely using those experiences to continue to help me buy in on the dips as much as I can to build out my position. My fundamental thesis on crypto and Bitcoin as a whole hasn't changed. Therefore, my behavior on the tokens haven't changed as well. Hope you guys found this useful. As always, guys, don't forget, if you need to protect your security here on crypto and you don't have yourself a VPN provider, link in the description will be to NordVPN. They're very kindly offered our viewers and subscribers a 70% discount on 2-year plans, guys, plus a month for free. So check out the link in the description. Coupon code is OHMAN, OHMAN. Oh man. So go consider getting yourself set up on a VPN. I use NordVPN as well. They're the best at what they do. Super easy. They've got a mobile app. You can use it on the desktop as well. And just gives you that peace of mind. I mean, it's pennies compared to what you're probably risking in crypto. So for the sake of the peace of mind, just get yourself set up on a VPN. Make sure you're all secured and that you're good to go. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you want to join the community, hit the link in the pinned comment below. That'll be the link to our free public Discord server, guys. Meet the community there. It doesn't cost you a penny. Talk to people, share your ideas, learn, help other people, tag me with any questions as well. We're building a really exciting community there of really smart crypto investors. That's what we're trying to do in this community here, guys, is no pumps and dumps, no, oh yeah, Bitcoin to the moon, or let's do 100x leverage trades. No, we're focused on the pragmatic side of things, understanding macroeconomics, understanding tokenomics of our favorite coins, understanding fundamentals, looking at total value locked. And if you don't know what any of these things are, jump into the Discord, ask questions, and really start educating yourself. As I said, a new crypto investor and trader is born every single day, and we're committed in this community to sharing the knowledge, helping each other rise up and build sustainable wealth in crypto. So if you appreciate that, make sure that like button is truly smashed. If we've not reached 150 likes, guys, scroll down, hit that like for me, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.